welcome back to another episode of Financial Freedom Network. This is episode 5, Super Savers 2. Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving break, that didn't eat too much turkey, and had a wonderful time. With the holidays coming up, we've decided to take a different tack on how to save some money. It's going to be a lot of traveling going on, so we decided to give you a few ideas on how to save money on your gas bill. Gas prices are coming down some now, but they're still quite a bit higher than where they were this time last year. So we like to show you some ways how you can save, 10, 15, even 20% a year on your gas bill. Okay? So, on to the show. Tip number 1, stop riding your brakes. See this all the time on the highway, see it all the time on the roads, everywhere. Just people riding their brakes constantly. They don't know how to use the accelerator to speed up and slow down. A car does not need a lot of gas to keep it moving. The inertia behind it keeps it moving just fine. You don't have to use a great deal of gas at all. That's why a car can be so fuel efficient if you maintain a steady speed. A simple physical term is force equals mass times acceleration. That mass of the car keeps it moving forward, but you must maintain a steady speed. When you're constantly braking to slow down, now you gotta, you're taking all that inertia out of the vehicle. But when you let your foot off the gas a little bit, it continues to maintain that inertia while still slowing down some. And you really don't need to put your foot back on the gas to speed up a little bit more. Places I see this constantly, if the cops stop somebody or they know there's a speed trap up ahead, all of a sudden you see an entire row of brake lights come on. Come on. Well, first off, what are you doing speeding? Second off, hitting your brake lights, the cop's going to know for sure you were speeding. And by the time you see the cop, it's already too late. He already knows how fast you were going. And 3, you're just wasting your gas. Just let off the brake. Brake lights don't show. Let off the gas. The brake lights don't show, and you'll slow down. Just remember that, using this technique, you can save 10 to 20% on your gas, every trip, which can be a big thing, So while you're out there driving, while you're out there going back and forth on the highways and that crazy traffic, and you're liable to come onto some slow traffic, just remember, if you have to slow down, let your foot off the gas. That's a good reason to also maintain a safe distance between the other vehicles. Okay, moving right along now. Tip number 2, stay within the speed limit. Yes, this goes right along with tip number 1. You shouldn't be speeding. Why? Well, 1, because it's illegal, and 2, because it does waste gas. The faster you drive, the more gas you use. Speed limits have gone up around the nation, but you don't have to see your fuel consumption go up drastically either. Driving at 55 miles per hour rather than 65 can improve your fuel economy by 2 miles per gallon. Isn't that nice? Driving at 65, you're getting 25 miles per gallon. Slow it down 10 miles per hour, guess what? You're still going to get there. You're still going to get there in plenty of time, but now you're getting 27 miles a gallon. Driving fast will increase the drag, or turbulence around your vehicle, and thus increases your fuel consumption. There's not much difference between 60 miles per hour and 60 miles per hour fuel consumption. However, a car moving along 125 miles per hour, depending on the car, consume twice as much gas as a car moving at 100 miles per hour. At the upper end of the power spectrum of an engine, they become very, very inefficient. So again, right along with tip number 1, maintain a steady, constant speed. You don't have to speed. You just may stay within the speed limit. And, another way this can also save you some money, you're not going to get stopped by a cop and have to pay a ticket. So, slow down, keep your foot off the brake as much as possible, and you probably save, 20 to 25% in your gas bill every month. All right, moving right along, let's go to tip number 3. Gas is gas. Yes, year after year you hear about Chevron, BP, and Shell making new record earnings while squeezing the poor motorist for every penny because of outrageous government regulations and taxes. Expensive gasolines with buzzwords such as Techron and V-Power. All that means is they're putting some expensive stuff into the gas to sell it at a better profit. Well, the fact is, gasoline is still gasoline. The gasoline at your cheap gas station down the road is the same gasoline that's in the more expensive gas station up the road. Okay? Their average gas price is about 10 to 30% above the cheaper gas stations in the neighborhood. There's no difference in gas mileage when you empty a tank of your local low-priced station versus a tank full of Techron enhanced high-tech additive. Okay? Another thing that goes along with this, if you have a high-end vehicle like a Mercedes or a BMW, test it out. Sometimes you can use the less expensive gas in it, and it will run just fine. You know, what I suggest you do and what I have done is when you got half a tank, fill that half a tank up with a lesser priced fuel. All right, and see how your car runs for the next, half a tank worth. If it starts knocking and beating, don't do it again. The car will be fine. It'll clean out. Just continue to use the high grade fuel and everything, and you'll be just fine. But you know what? If your car does really well, consider continuing to use that lower grade fuel because the car is happy with it and it runs very well. So why spend another 15-20 cents on a gallon of gas when you don't have to, when your car runs just fine on the lower expensive stuff? That was a freebie. Tip number 4, use wisdom on your road trips. Don't fill up at gas stations that you can see from the highway or the interstate. Okay, take an exit into a moderately sized city and head for the city center. Okay, before you get there, you're going to usually find a lot better deals. Large cities often have higher gas prices and harder to navigate. But if you stay in a mildly mid-sized city and in towards the interior of the city and away from the highways and away from city center, and they have a fair amount of gas stations, you're going to find great competition and find great prices for gasoline. But again, definitely do not get your gas at one that's right visible from the highway, because that's going to be the most highly priced, because they know they're the only ones there. Oh, wait, we need gas. I see them right there. There they are. And you're going to pull right in there and get it because you don't want to have to go any further. All right, it's just a selling point. And they're going to, charge, 20, 15 more cents a gallon. You don't need it. Go inside. Save yourself a little bit more money. Again, this is going to be great coming this holiday, traveling and everything. Don't stop at those first gas stations you see. Head on in, do a little shopping. Tip number 5, do some research. All right, find the lowest gas prices online. And we're going to take you to a site called GasBuddy. So you go to gasbuddy.com. It's a great website. All you do basically is click the state you want, put in your zip code, and it will give you a huge list of most of the gas stations in your area and the prices of gas, starting with the lowest price all the way up to the highest price. It's really amazing. It'll give you the average gasoline prices in the U.S. and Canada over the past year, all the way from a year ago to a month ago to a week ago to yesterday and then today. You can see the average gas prices, the 10 lowest states in the United States, 10 lowest states, the 10 lowest gas prices in states in the United States, as well as the 10 lowest by cities in the United States. And you can do the same with Canada as well, should you be from Canada or traveling to Canada. You can get the 5 lowest gas prices by the province, as well as the 5 lowest by cities. Another little thing that GasBuddy has is really great, I really like it, is that if you join them and you become one of the people who actually keeps an eye out for the gas prices and posts them and shares them and stuff, you're entered into a drawing every week, I believe it is. Yes, it's every week for a $250 gas card. That's a lot of gas. That can, Every week, $200 gas card is given away to some lucky member. That can last you a month or two, depending on how much gas you use. So, gasbuddy.com. It's a great website. I encourage you all to check it out and use it, because you'll find gas prices that are very low that you didn't even know of. All right, so now on to our next one. Hope that was helpful for you. We're going to move right along now to tip number 6. The best way to warm up is to get moving. Winter's coming up. Winter's in time here now. It's getting in the 30s at night and everything. There's frost on the cars in the morning. Don't go out and warm up your car for a long time. Even on cold winter mornings, your car does not need more than a minute or so to get ready to go. Anything more, and you're just burning up that expensive fuel. Yes, I know. You see, you need it to heat up so you can defrost the windows. Get an ice scraper. Scrape the windows off, and trust me, your car they'll defrost very quickly and everything. You don't need to let your car sit there and idle for 20 minutes. It's just wasting fuel. And don't warm up your car by letting it idle. It's just not a good thing. The engine warms up faster when you're driving and moving than it does when it's idling. And idling wastes about a quart of gas every 15 minutes. Yes, a quart. So, you set your car there for 15 minutes to idle to warm up and defrost, and you've already wasted a quart of gasoline. That's 1/4 of a gallon. At the prices right now, you just wasted about $1. Not a good thing. All right, these are 6 tips now to help you save some money on gasoline during this holiday season. I hope they helped out, and if you're interested in them, I've got about 55 other tips in a little book I wrote called How to Save Money on Gas. 61 easy tips that's going to help you save money. The current gas price in the U.S. now averaging over $3.30 a gallon. The average American spends approximately $135 a month in gas alone. For a single person, that can be a monthly food budget. For a family, that could pay for any number of bills. Add in the official jobless rate at close to 10%. Suddenly being able to save money in any way is a top priority. Doing whatever we can to cut back on our consumption of gas is not only important for saving money, but also is just a good stewardship to conserve what natural and financial resources we have been given. I have researched looking for any way possible to help lower our fuel bills. In this book, you will find just about every tip I discovered to help you save money on gas. Save hundreds of dollars at the gas pump using these 61 proven tips. They're easy to do and require no special knowledge or alterations to your vehicles. They're available now on Amazon.com and the Kindle store for $4.99.